Our resolution for today's debate is this House believes that winning the war in Afghanistan is more important than the lives lost in the war. And we, as the proposition team, stand in firm affirmation of this. I would like to first extend my thanks to everybody in the room for being here today and making this debate possible. Then I will briefly touch on some definitions and move into 5 arguments for today's debate. First, we define winning as restoring Taliban control of Afghanistan. We define this House as the Taliban, and we define this round as a value motion. Our judging criteria that we would implement for today's round is the superiority of one's value to this House. Now first, we as the Taliban are in a jihad right now. It is our moral religious obligation to fight the insurgents on our sacred land. We must defend our holy soil from the United States and from NATO forces. It is essential for us as the Taliban to protect ourselves. So on a humanitarian level, we must save ourselves, sending our combatants to heaven to die in a noble and holy way, defending their religion and the great nation of Afghanistan. So, because we are in a jihad right now, it is critical that we do not give in on this war. We must maintain our integrity and keep this war going until we once again have control of Afghanistan. Our second point, we have done this before. We have taken over control of Afghanistan in the past from an insurgent force. The Soviet Union once controlled Afghanistan, and the Taliban stole Afghanistan back from the Soviet Union's hands and put it once again in Taliban control. So on a global level, upsetting the power of great nations, of the global powers, it is our responsibility and our obligation to once again take control from our oppressors and, as the Taliban, run Afghanistan once more. Third, this will be a great boost for the Taliban image. On a global scale, the Taliban's image has been slipping. If we can once again regain control of Afghanistan, we will have a great boost in our view to the world. People will once again see us as the power that we once were. They will understand that we have the ability to control ourselves, to govern ourselves, and to maintain our own legitimate government away from the hands of our oppressors. Furthermore, this will reduce the global image of America, our mortal enemy, who is infringing on our rights by walking onto our soil, taking from us our right to govern ourselves. So clearly, on a global level, it is critical that we maintain control of Afghanistan and continue in this war until once again America leaves our soil. Fourth, we must jump at the chance of weak American support. There is dwindling support in America for the war in Afghanistan, Operation Enduring Freedom, as it is so called. We must preempt their construction of military bases. Permanent military bases have not yet been established in Afghanistan, and we must keep it this way. It will be a critical turning point if America can build a permanent base on our soil. We must keep fighting to prevent this. If we give in now, if we let up, they will establish a permanent military base, and our ability to govern ourselves and to regain control of Afghanistan will be greatly compromised. When America has such weak support for the war in Afghanistan, it is our obligation and our need to continue fighting to once again regain control of Afghanistan. So on a political level, it is essential for us to not give up, especially now. We must keep fighting. It is far more valuable to win this war than the lives that will be lost. Fifth, this war is not a war for resources for us. We are not gaining anything from this. We are protecting ourselves. It is essential because we are defending our homelands and protecting our rights. We, as the Taliban, as the Afghani people, should not need to give in to our Western oppressors who attempt to shove on us their flawed system of government. We had a government that was functioning just fine. And then somebody from across the seas walked onto our land and told us, no, that's not okay. We don't like it. But we, as the Afghani people, have every right to dictate to ourselves which governmental form we choose. So we, as the Afghani people, protecting ourselves, must keep fighting this war. It is worth every single life lost. Every life lost is one lost in valor for a great cause to once again bring back Taliban control over Afghanistan. This Operation Enduring Freedom is a myth. Is freedom, if we are being forced into a new political system, is it freedom to strip us of the norms that we once had? No. We, as the Taliban, must urge that we keep fighting. It is essential to us. It is critical beyond all other issues that we keep fighting the war in Afghanistan. That the lives lost be those lost in valor, that we not give up and waste those lives already given into this cause, but rather spend more so that we will once again have a free Afghanistan under Talibani control. Thank you all.